Congratulations to Scott Hudson, President and CEO of Gallagher Bassett, the recipient of the first CLM Foundation Leadership Award. Scott Hudson didn't start his career in the insurance industry. A graduate of Iowa State University, Scott started his career in the world of consulting with Arthur Andersen and then later McKinsey & Company. He joined Gallagher Bassett in 2010 and quickly started making a difference.
I got to know Scott as a consultant before we had an opening in that position at Gallagher Bassett. And when that position came open, I had a chance to interview Scott for the job. And I will tell you that honestly, going into that interview, I was skeptical. Liked Scott quite a bit, bright as could be, great consultant. But I thought he's someone that helps management understand what they should do, but I'm not so sure he's someone that can do. And I will tell you that in that interview, he completely changed my perspective. And it was really all around his style. It's around his leadership style. We're not a company of prima donnas. We're a company of people that care about people, that understand leadership comes with responsibility, and that leaders, as my uncle used to say, need one thing more than anything else. Leaders need followers. And one of the things that I think Scott is really, really good at is getting people to follow into the concepts that he's brought to Gallagher Bassett that have really completely changed the way we even look at ourselves.
Scott and Gallagher Bassett were among the first in the industry to make the change from calling staff claims adjusters to resolution managers. He saw a better way. He created a partnership and collaboration between insurers, resolution managers, and those suffering losses that lead to better and faster outcomes for everyone.
When I came into the business full-time in 1974, the backwater of the business was viewed by the insurance companies as the claim side. Sterling Bassett didn't feel that way. Sterling Bassett was on the road with my dad, convincing dioceses and public entities to take their own risk, and that he and his team of professionals would manage that risk better than an insurance company would. And that was the foundation of really what Gallagher Bassett stood for. And Scott recognized that like that. I mean, he picked up on that, and from the very first, realized that what he wanted to do is get an organization that was proud of the fact that what we do is resolve people's issues and get them back to work. Over 65% of what Gallagher Bassett does revolves around workers' compensation and people getting hurt. And, getting those folks back to work is really what they and their families want. And if you look at it that way, and you look at the industry itself, especially now, given what's happened with the storms, that's what we should all be proud of. What we should be proud of is, at the end of the day, what insurance does and what Gallagher Bassett does better than anybody is put people's lives back together.
The benefits of the transition to the resolution manager title has been a positive one for the Gallagher Bassett staff.
We went from just being those claims adjusters that were just pushing files every day, and now we've really, honed in on what our purpose is, what we really need to do as a resolution manager. We're helping people, we're caring about them, we're taking more time with them. Our phone calls are lasting longer. I'm building a rapport with them, really trying to get them back to their life before they had their accident or their injury. Being called a resolution manager really inspires you to do more, to go above, to go beyond, to do those extra things to really make people have a great relationship with you, have a great relationship with your client. It just makes you strive to do better things in your job.
I felt more that I was helping people, and I didn't think of it so much as just like opening and closing a claim. I thought of it like, okay, this person has a problem, they're in sometimes a crisis, and I'm there to help them. So it did affect my job and how I look at it.
The change to resolution manager has also had an impact on the interaction with claimants.
I think once the claimant hears you say your job title, resolution manager, it's a positive title. So they are a little bit more willing to talk to you, build the relationship with you, and now I'm a person. I'm not just the person that's going to possibly deny their claim. We're really going to work together to do what's right for both them and my client.
Scott has recruited some of the best talent in the industry. He identifies and hires people who have an eye towards innovation, client satisfaction, and providing superior service and product. Scott Hudson is one of the reasons we are entering our 20th year as a client of Gallagher Bassett.
Scott's not a figurehead leader. He's engaged with all levels of the Gallagher Bassett staff and works to create a culture of caring. He sends out a weekly email called Beyond the Business to all staff that often draws on stories from his own family life. He ties those stories back into a meaningful message and lessons we can all learn from everyday life.
That weekly email, I feel such a connection to him, and I one time even sent him a reply back, and he replied to me. You don't expect that from a person in charge of that many people. I mean, we're talking about a global company, but to have him take the extra time and make that effort and really just show that he cares, to me, that is just an excellent show of leadership.
He also makes sure to spend time in the branch offices, connecting to the staff.
I've been in other companies where CEOs have come into the office and they say their spiel and they're out, and you never hear from them. They don't walk through the office, they don't talk to you. When Scott's in our office, he's there. He's walking through, he's saying, hi, how are you? You can definitely know and feel his presence when he's there.
Scott's also tackling the insurance industry talent crisis by making Gallagher Bassett a place where the best and brightest come to work. His leadership draws in professionals from other industries who can see his vision for the work and for the industry.
Scott, you have invigorated and raised the profile of the claims professional. You raise the importance of care and compassion being a part of the claim handling experience. You have conveyed how important the claim profession is, how it makes a difference in people's lives, and what a stimulating career it can be. Congratulations.
I think that Scott, being from outside the industry himself, kind of looks at claims and says, this is something amazing. This is something really to be proud of and really honorable. And so when you have something like that and you can promote it, you bring people in from both inside and outside the industry, right? Recruit the best people. That's something that, he gave a speech roughly 3-4 years ago on that topic, to be not just one of the best companies in our industry, but one of the best companies, period. And I came here because of Scott. I came here because of his vision, and because really he made me believe that this was a great place to work. He made me believe in the mission, not just of Gallagher Bassett, but of claims. And I guess you could say great leadership is a transfer of belief, and nobody does that better than Scott.
Thank you, Scott, for the difference you've made in the industry. And thank you for your leadership. Congratulations to Scott Hudson, recipient of the first CLM Foundation Leadership Award.